Lyle was so happy that you screamed out the fart thing. Lyle's fart. Play Lyle's fart for the live. I only have the one.
I just love that that's the fart he decided to lock and load, you know?
I only have the one.
Oh, I only have the one.
You should have put the mic up to your butthole and farted live.
Well, I just didn't get around to downloading the other ones, that's all. I had sent them in an email. I just hadn't downloaded them onto my phone yet.
I only have the one.
I only have the one.
That was a good time.
People like it. People like the live one. And you know what? I'll admit, there was somebody that commented on our live promo photo I posted on Instagram, and they were like, it was Love Lynn's, I think. She's like, yeah, I usually hate live podcasts, but this one was awesome. And I agree. I've watched some live podcasts of podcasts that I love, and I'm like, I could have taken back that hour of my life.
I don't know if we can ever do it again. It was pretty special.
I don't know either.
It was pretty special.
It was pretty special. The now looking back on a few things post live recording, there's a couple things I'd like to address.
We're in trouble now, Randall.
No one's getting canceled. You're not. No one gets canceled here at Slop City. We welcome every single person. But they're actually mistakes I made.
Oh,
so
thank God I'm off the hook.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll have to re-listen. I called Beth Davis Beth Franks, and then I also which was embarrassing to begin with because I know her name. And hi, Beth. I'm sure you're going to listen. But the other part that I didn't like about the YLGT contest was that I was bringing up people by their names. I should have had them state their name, sex, gender, or I should have had them give us their social security number, like just
bank cards. Walk
up and say, can you please introduce yourself to the camera, and then have them do it. Instead, I put myself in an uncanny, in a position that I didn't really enjoy in the moment. And now looking back afterwards, I should have had them state their name and everything for the camera. Like they were doing a casting call, like they were doing an audition.
Well, I'm just glad that Jenny was there because she was like, let's just have 3 people. Because she was able to help us put a cap on stuff because we would have had every single person in there.
She was our liaison because I was looking at you for help, and then you were kind of like, I'm not fucking doing this. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and then I was like, well, I don't want to seem bossy.
I didn't have the forethought to even think of that. I just thought like, oh, let's do a contest. I didn't think of like what that entailed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Randy, why are you laughing, Randy?
That was just funny. I thought wanted to do a contest. I just didn't think what it would entail. It was funny.
It's
I want
true.
to do something. I just didn't think about how to do it.
Yeah, we had a really good contest plan, but didn't think about the prizes. So everybody just head home, and thank you for coming out.
It was a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun.
The YLGT contest?
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
It was great. Shout out to Rustin. He fucking, man.
They were all hilarious.
Yeah.
If we were rich people, we could have given them all T-shirts.
Yeah, and guess what? Somebody tried to get a BOGO shirt. I won't name who they are. But I had to look them square in their eyes and punch them. No, I was just like, listen, brother, I'm poor too.
Is it Rustin?
Yeah.
I heard him say that, and I was like, wow. Tina just went off on him.
The fucking nerve this motherfucker has to take incredible pictures of us for 3 years in a row for free. Well, I bet it's not totally for free. I'm assuming the festival pays him.
I just miss him.
You know who pays him? Our submission funds.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. I miss Rustin, too.
I do miss him.
I wish he lived here.
I know.
Or I wish we just lived in the same. You know, if I could take us all and move us somewhere, it probably wouldn't be here.
Would it be Los Angeles?
Probably. Somewhere in Cali.
Are you going too, Randy?
Fuck yeah, I'm going.
I thought for sure he was going to be like, no,
he's
this
not
is my
missing
home.
this ride when this podcast fucking bursts. You think what are we gonna do when this podcast gets 1 million downloads? Are we gonna do we have to?
First thing we do is fire Randy.
Yeah, absolutely fire Randy.
Because he's going to be wanting more than my $25 a week.
Listen, I'm looking to get to Joe Rogan level. All right, that motherfucker's making $50,000 an episode.
Is he really?
Yes. Okay, can I tell you
Holy
something?
shit.
That's not substantiated by, that claim isn't substantiated by anything real. I just heard somebody say it the other day, and I believe them because I'm gullible.
I can't listen to him anymore. I had to unsubscribe to Crystalia. I just can't take the fat phobia anymore. Even though they're jokes, it's just like I have to hear constant things about fat people. And I just don't want to, I'm not interested in hearing that about.
That's on Crystalia's podcast,
Yes.
is fat phobic?
And the other day I got through
Really?
a whole episode and I was like, oh, he's almost made it. And at the very end, it was like, bam, something about fat people.
What did he say? What is he saying?
It's just he's joking about it, but it's always the same trope. Like fat people are lazy and gross and disgusting is basically the trope. Is it a trope?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was, but that was, I was like, man, I love his podcast, but I just can't. It really, in the sense of like when people say like, oh, I'm triggered, it really triggers me because I'm like, man, why does he always have to? He talks shit about a lot of people, but since I'm fat, it really triggers me.
Sure.
That's all I can say. Maybe one day I can pick it back up again. For right now, I can't.
For right now, we can't fucking do it.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Guess I'm just too fat to listen.
Do I want to listen to it? Yes.
Does it make me sad when I listen to it?
Yes. Am I wishing that I could listen to it someday? Yes.
Is he, if he ever heard this, would he probably think that I'm a fucking sensitive idiot? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would say, it's a joke. Yes.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, that's the trope that's always in the media about fat people, is that they're lazy, fat, disgusting.
I don't know why. I haven't listened to enough of his podcasts. Like, I've listened to a few episodes, and they're very funny, but I haven't listened to enough, or I maybe I've, like, checked out at times, but I haven't heard him say anything fat phobic. I totally believe you, but I'm just like, I wonder.
It's all jokes.
Yeah.
But it triggers me.
He's just farting around, and
He's
he
just
just
farting
doesn't
around.
realize. Well,
even if he did realize, he's still joking, and that's okay to joke about whatever he wants to joke about.
Yeah.
It's my issue, not his.
Yeah. Well, I, talking about being triggered, I was talking to somebody the other day at work because at my bar job, I picked up a night shift, and I don't know. I was just, sometimes I'll be walking around in my everyday life, and I'll just have a moment where I'm like, man, I am very depressed.
Oh, that's
all
sad.
of the time. I know, but it's just how my brain functions. And it's like high anxiety, depression, yada, yada, yada. And I was like at work, even though I was smiling and laughing and doing bits with people, I looked over at this one bartender that has worked there for many years. And I just looked at her and I go, so do you ever get depressed? I go, you really
So
don't.
sad.
I was like, you don't ever get depressed, do you? She goes, no, not really. And then but she has family members that suffer from various mental illness, whether it's, depression, and then any kind of like drug addiction is a symptom of depression and stuff like that. And so we just kind of started talking about it, and it was very funny to see that she doesn't understand. She understands. She's very empathetic, but she doesn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
She's never been in my shoes or our shoes. She was like, I just really don't. And I was like, I am so insanely jealous.
Wouldn't that be
you.
weird to not
Well, I mean, we're talking like I'm
not
sitting
know
talking.
what it feels like?
I'm in the moment talking to a customer, like asking them what they want to drink. And I'm just like, I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate my, like in the back of my brain.
And you're like, You want turkey chili?
Still have time to pop off hardcore bits though. I mean, I was working yesterday and this guy, this gaggle of what can only be described as frat bros, that frat bros with a twist, you know?
Oh.
Like they were wearing like cool gear, you know, and they were drinking IPAs, but it's still like they might have raped someone, you know?
Dear.
Like, kind of, they had that kind of vibe, you know? So, you know, they weren't, and one of the guys is like, I'll have a Budweiser. And then the other guy's like, well, whoa, you're having a Budweiser. We've all got IPAs. And I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't matter, man. But this customer, there's like a gaggle of five of these macho men. And one of them says to me, he goes, hey, so do you know if that guy who had a heart attack in the dining room is okay? It happened a couple of weeks ago. I look at him, I go, dude, I don't know. He's like, oh, you didn't hear anything? I go, well, I wasn't here. And I mean, I heard something in passing about it, but I don't know. I mean, I think he's still alive. Not sure. I was like, but let me tell you something. You are not the first person that's asked me this. He goes, okay, well, I just want to let you know, I just wanted to check on him, you know, because I was the one that called 911. And then his buddy chuckles under his breath like, oh, you were the one that called 911. And then I look at this dude. I go, listen, man, we get it. You're a fucking hero. You called 911. And I fucking sizzled him in front of all of his fucking friends. He laughed so fucking hard. I was like, that's what you got to do with these frat bro guys with the twist. You got to fucking set them straight early on. You can't let them talk to you because otherwise they're going to be like, oh, it's, you know, they're going to look at you with that wink. And I'm like, I'm here for business, sir. I'm here. And then at the end of our service with these men, they'd been there for 2 hours and we're like switching from day shift to night shift. So I told them, I go, hey guys, listen, we're switching from day shift to night shift. And, you know, if you
need to leave your tip now.
Yeah. Well,
basically.
This is what, okay. I'm angry that you said that because that's what one of these frat guys said. You fucking. So I say, you know, if you guys could close out with me or whatever. And the guy goes, oh, I know what you mean. You want us to close out with you so you can get your tip. I heard what you were saying. And I look at him, I go, I don't really give a fuck what you do. I said, I'll transfer you over to the other server and you can close out with her. But I'm leaving and that's what's happening. And he goes, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and bring our checks.
Did they tip you?
They did. And I charged the guys put their fucking cards on the wrong receipt and then they tried to blame it on me. And I said, listen, I have a system. I put them down in the correct order. Somebody mixed up their cards. And then the guy's like, okay, well, what's the difference I'm paying for your tab. What's my tab? And it was like a difference of $5. So one of them were paying $5 more. So then the guy that got me with the tip joke, he says to his buddy, he goes, well, okay, so here, this is what we'll do. You tip her more and I'll tip her less. And the place erupted. And I was just like, awesome, man. The place erupted. They loved his bit. They had a moment. I could tell they all looked at their friend with light in their eyes and they were like, man, we really like being his friend. He's a fun, funny guy. And I was just like, can you guys please get the fuck out of here?
You should have told them where to go to the open mic at Helium.
You know what? I should have been like, you know, I'm a comedian.
You think you're funny, huh? Try to get on stage and do it, bro.
Yeah, motherfucker. You want to see a video I just got from a set that I did a few weeks ago? It's good. You want to watch it? I'll make you sit down and watch it right now.
The whole thing.
It's 2 hours.
Wow. So Donald wasn't there, I'm guessing.
No, but Donald was the other day, and I actually feel really bad for him because he...
oh, no.
I know. Here's the thing with Donald. I've been thinking about it lately, and I wanted to talk about it in the last episode, but we didn't get to because we were doing so many hot Thanksgiving bits.
Right.
And I started thinking about it, and I was like, what if Donald hears this? Or what if somebody hunts down Donald and they're like, hey, what the fuck? You're talking about Donald. And number one, I get fired from my job. That could very well happen. Maybe not. And all I'm asking is for the slop customers, the slop citizens, if I do happen to get fired from my bar job for this, I need you guys, like, remember when Libbie's video, anyone here, when Libbie's video went viral, the McRib video went viral.
Right.
And motherfuckers were calling up to the McDonald's on Dorset, talking mad shit on Charlene.
Stop.
I need you guys to do that for me if I get fired. Now, with that being said, I think I'm going to be just fine. Because there are things that Donald does that I'm like, they are undoubtedly inappropriate.
Right.
He pulled out a $20 bill the other day and he goes, come on, give me just a...
Yeah, that freaks me out.
And then he says, and I just kind of looked at him and I was like, as I'm grabbing the $20 bill and getting it closer to me slowly. He goes, come on, don't you want another one? And I was like, oh, you motherfucker. And then one of my I told you what the other girl that I work with, she goes, gotta do what you gotta do. She fucking
for your $60.
Yeah, kissed him on the fucking cheek. She's like, Tina, I don't give a fuck. I'm 2 shots of Patron deep. Fuck this guy.
I just think about a family member listening and being like, that's my dad. But your dad's being inappropriate. You can't.
Well, your dad also says things like
I love to eat women.
Funny as fuck. He really got us with that one. That was a very, very hot bit. And yeah, so he's quite a character. But I see him so often, and he is an old man. So it's like there is part of me that feels bad for him because he is elderly, you know?
Like
even though he's inappropriate. But I mean, it's like, you know, people shitting on George whatever Bush Sr., you know, he got a little handsy with somebody. Is it wildly inappropriate? Abso-fucking-lutely. And you want to fucking punch them in their mouth. But I'm going to tell you something. Some of these guys don't fucking know where they are half the time. And if you're going to try, I'm not saying we should just be okay with it. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are going to be listening right now, you know, because we have 10 million downloads a week. There are a lot of people that are going to be listening right now like, oh my God, you're excusing what these men do. It's like, no, I try very hard to set these guys straight. But I mean, when your memory is gone and lost and you don't actually know where you are, probably half the time or more, if I try to explain the Me Too movement to Donald, I think he would piss his pants that are 4 sizes too big for him, and he would have a heart attack.
What do you think about me being a live-in helper to Donald?
I think that
I would love it.
Would try to have sex with you constantly.
I think I'm safe because I'm a larger gal.
Donald, don't discriminate. I'm telling you. He doesn't give a fuck. I've never heard him say anything bad about anybody's weight. Never. Ever. He's never been like, you know, I prefer a slit. He's never said anything like that.
I prefer a slender gal.
I love all women. I will eat them, and I will eat with them.
Well, I see a future for me and Donald because I have always loved older people. Mm-hmm. Even as a child.
You do love you have a lot of patience for them, and that's what you need when you're dealing with elderly people is patience.
And I will sit and listen to their stories.
Oh, he's got a lot.
I will listen to them say hello 8,000 times. Mm-hmm. This guy Harry that I used to work with.
Harry Carey,
that Cubs win. I loved this man so much. Had dementia, and I would be like, okay, Harry, I'm going to go clean your bedroom. Want to make sure you're okay. Got to check everything out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that'd be good. And as soon as I get in the bedroom, hello? Where are you? And he would need something. And I would go in there because I loved him.
Yeah.
And I still hang out with his daughter to this day because we became friends.
Have I met her?
Her name is, I won't say her name because she.
Yeah. Don't say it. But I didn't know.
She texted me the other day.
I didn't know if she has come to shows before. I feel like there's some people we've met at shows.
She came to a couple shows. It's been a while.
Okay. Yeah, I think you and Donald definitely have a future. And I mean, he's getting to the point where he needs a lot of help.
I could help him.
He pulled into the restaurant parking lot the other day and hit a Range Rover and then hit a tree.
Donald shouldn't be driving. I can drive Donald to the tavern.
I am telling you that if he falls asleep at the bar in a social setting where he's supposed to be showing off how much money he has and buying beverages for every single person that walks in, and he's falling asleep there when it's his time to shine, imagine what he's doing when he's in the car listening to a book on tape. And I can almost guarantee you he's got Donald Trump's books on tape, and he's probably listened to The Art of the Deal don't even know how many times. He's never confirmed this, but I can imagine that he is the kind of person that is just, listening to this book on repeat.
The next time he's there, you call me immediately, and I'm coming up there and sitting right next to him.
Okay. He sits at the bar and lives his life.
Are they bar stools with backs on them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I hate those.
Oh, you want them to not have backs on them?
Yeah, so I can pop this booty on there.
Pop this fucking
booty. So I can drop this ass on there, bitch.
Well, you know what? You could just sit
in a regular chair.
Well, no.
I've sat in a regular.
They have all bar stools up there in the bar area.
Are they stuck there?
What do you mean? Are they stuck?
Are they like embedded in the ground?
No.
Those are terrible.
They have the
feet?
Yes.
Okay.
The feet holder. Oh, yeah. I promise you'll walk in and Donald will be like, "You're looking good today."
And I'll be like, "Thank you. Thank you so much."
And he'll be like, put her drink on my tab. And
I'll be like, "I'm just having a Pepsi."
And he'll gladly buy it.
Whatever you want, gal. Okay, can I get something to eat too, Donald? I'm kind of hungry.
Well, I felt really bad for him, though, because I got mad at first because these people whose car he hit, they had a newborn baby in the car.
No,
yes.
Donald.
And he didn't hit it hard. There was no visible scratch, but these people were there getting a to-go order, and they got very upset because he hit their fucking Range Rover or their Land Rover or whatever the fuck it is. And they walk in, and they're both very upset, this couple. Very upset because he didn't even address it, that he hit their car. He just starts walking in with his cane, and they're like, "What the fuck, man? You hit our fucking car, and you're not even going to fucking say anything?" And they're like, "He doesn't even know where the fuck he is right now." And they're very, very upset about it. And they kind of get a little yelly with him. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, he's fucking...
Oh, no. See?
He's an old man.
He's
like 85 years old.
That's like when you have somebody in your family, everybody in your family makes fun of them. But if anybody on the outside tries to make fun of them, you will go to war for them.
That's kind of what it felt like. And I did understand I understood from both parts, because what Donald started doing was saying, they know me in there. They know me inside. And everybody knows me here, so, and they're asking him to produce.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
I know. They're asking him to produce identification and an insurance card. And he's like, well, I don't. I'm Donald Rags. He's telling them the whole deal.
Where's his family?
Well, I don't know. His brother visited at some point, and then I think he has a couple kids. He's not married. I think he's very, very lonely.
Donald needs me.
Donald definitely needs you now more than ever, because he's getting in trouble with the law. He's getting in fucking trouble. So these people are fucking going off on him like, we don't give a fuck who knows you. But then this is what gets weird. These people the cops come, they bring Donald from out in the bar to out there.
Oh, Donald!
I know. So he's walking out with his cane.
Oh, God, I can't handle it.
He's walking out with his cane.
I can't handle it.
And the cop's like, you need to come outside. And Donald's like,
Donald's like, well, you're looking good today, sir.
He's like, hello? And yeah, so he's walking out there, and then this guy they start yelling. And I am trying to understand it from both perspectives. In Donald's eyes, he's like, they know me in there. Everyone knows me. I'm cool.
I'm a good guy.
And then these people are trying to get their to-go food with their newborn baby. They're probably fucking tired. They're probably stressed out. And then you get, when somebody hits your car, you just want to be like, all right, give me your fucking insurance card. Let's call the police and let's get going. And when somebody's trying to tell you, they know me. They know me. You're like, what are you fucking talking about, man? What do you mean they know you? Just give me your fucking insurance card. But then this guy said some unsavory things to Donald. He said, write me a check for $5,000 right now and I'll forget about it. And Donald's like, $5,000? You can't even see a scratch, And then the cop gets there and they just start they're like saying like, oh, I bet you're walking into all these places and lying about who you are. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Like saying all this stuff to him that I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like they're trying to say that he's like a con artist. And I'm like, he is a pervert, but he's not a con artist. Somebody recites about their company that they own regularly and talks about it, like he's not a con artist. He's just an old man. And I mean, and Donald
likes women.
Well, and Donald did say, he goes, if that man was trying to hurt my feelings, he did.
Oh, Tina!
I know. I felt so sad for him.
I can't handle it.
They gave him a fucking ticket. They gave him a court date and all this stuff.
Oh.
I know, but he was like, it's fine. I'll contact my attorney and he'll get it taken care of.
You give me Donald's address right now. I'm going over there right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want a cell phone number, he's got a jitterbug. So
he's got a what?
He's got a jitterbug.
What's that?
He's got that jitterbug cell phone. Randy, can you look up a jitterbug cell phone? Oh, man, your mind's going to be fucking blown.
Is it for elderly people?
Pretty much. Some fan, Bob, that loves the podcast, he did a bit with me the other day about having a jitterbug cell phone.
Bob, he added me. What's his name?
Bob Ayers, I think.
Yeah, he added me on Facebook.
So pretty much all it's got is call.
$14 a month.
Oh, yeah. Randy, go to the images. Pretty much all it's got is like call in very, very big numbers. There it is, that red one. I think that's it. There is no menu. There is nothing. It is call, hang up. That's it.
I will work for free and go over and help Donald. You won't even have to charge me home health care fees.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, Donald, you probably shouldn't fucking be driving. Okay? You shouldn't.
And
but
drinking and driving.
It's not. Well, he doesn't really drink a lot. I mean, he'll have one Bacardi and Diet Coke, and we pour it very lightly, and he'll sit there for 3 hours. So he's not really slamming him back.
Oh, God. So
he's there for the social aspect. He's there to party. He's there to meet bitches and fuck.
Let's have Donald on the podcast.
If I told Donald, hey, we'd like you to join our podcast, I think he would be like, what's a podcast? And if I tried to explain the concept of a podcast to him, I don't think he could understand.
You just tell him it's like a radio show.
Well, I think even if I said that, he would go into a long-winded description of radio shows that he used to listen to.
Promise me you'll ask him.
Okay. I'll ask him. So, yeah, I felt kind of bad for him.
Tell him he's already got 100 million fans.
And then, like this gal I work with, her and I differ politically, but sometimes she has good points about being a human. And she said, I don't like the way those people treated Donald. She said, because you know what? She goes, an elderly person hit my car recently, and I didn't get out of the car and start yelling at them. I asked them if they were okay.
Oh.
And she's like, so, I think people are so selfish. And I was like, fuck, you got a good point. Because I was very much in the camp at first of like, Donald, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you driving?
There's going to be a time when we're old and we don't know that we shouldn't be driving.
I'll kill myself.
And people are like, Tina shouldn't be driving anymore. She just ran over a small child.
Guess what? I want people to tell me.
And you'll be like, but I got to get up to Steak and Shake to have my coffee.
And they're going to be like, Steak and Shake's been closed for 30 years.
No, it's not. See, there's one. And you'll look over there. It's gone.
They franchised it fucking 30 years ago, and now it's done.
Well, this took a depressing turn. If I was still Catholic, I would definitely be going to confession today, asking for forgiveness against Donald for all the sins I may have persecuted against him.
Again, I would like to state that he is not a con artist, but he is a pervert. So,
is he a lovable pervert?
I guess.
Or is that
not some? Yeah.
Donald absolutely should not say you're looking good today, but also he's 85. And I'm not going to try to rationalize either way.
No, there is no rationalizing it because, and it's also the place that I work at is like in a time suck. It's like a few years behind on everything. If I tried to bring to them like, hey, we should have like a diversity and inclusion meeting, they would be like, what?
What?
They would not be.
We got everybody we need in here.
Yeah.
We're very diversified.
We actually do have a diverse staff. We have, in the front of house, it's primarily all women, but like we have white women, black women. We have a Russian woman. We have a woman that will die at the place. So.
She loves it that much?
Well, she's just been there for a long time. She's an institution.
It's her home.
I'll have people that will come in and be like, I haven't been here in 30 years. Is this person still working here? And I'm like, yep, they are.
That's like me. I've worked for my job for 22 years this year. 22 years.
Have you ever gotten anybody that's come back and been like, hey, is Libbie still working here?
No, but I've seen people come and go.
Wow. That is the most elderly person statement you've ever made.
And when I see...
you see people come and go all the time, but...
and sometimes they look surprised to see me, and I'm like, I know, this place will age you. I used to be a young, spry, young thing, and now I'm decrepit and old.
Decrepit.
I'm what they call haggard, as Tina called someone. I'm haggard.
I can't believe I said that.
I don't think that's the word you meant.
I don't either. So that's what we'll say.
I was thinking,
but in a court of law,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'm getting put in the slammer.
You're getting put in the slammer, man.
Put me in the slammer.
Me and Randy will come see you. Or what they could do is when they bring you in for a line of questioning, bring me in and I'll admit to everything for you. You'll be off scot-free.
You would be the worst fucking witness. Like if I was like, yeah, I'd like to bring Libbie in for character, like a moral character witness.
Like, first of all, she stole some shoes, okay? On December 13th, 2019, from Kmart.
She stole some shoes. Second of all, she's driven drunk on many occasions.
And they'd be like,
and she should be charged for every single time. You just start spitting things out you didn't even know you were saying.
They're like, ma'am, we're here to talk about how she called a woman haggard. Yeah, I remember that day. That was right after the day where she was in Bed Bath & Beyond and sold an entire mattress. I don't know how she did it.
It was one of those pop-up ones in a box.
She put it underneath the cart, walks out with it.
On inside of my pea coat and walked out. They were like, ma'am, is that a child in your trench coat?
Yes. Yes. Well, I don't know about you, but this was the longest fucking week of my life.
Why?
I don't know. Monday through Friday
been pretty rough.
Was long. It was long.
Well, just due to work and being athletic.
Work. Just being work. Just work itself.
Just work all day long.
Work. Doobie, dirt.
What did you do this weekend? I have a sweater. I'd like to pause for a moment. I have a sweater that says "Bitch better have my money" on it. And it doesn't have a hood. It's like one of those like crew neck sweaters.
The best.
But it has a coffee stain on it that I can't get out. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that I would like to tie dye it.
I'm
I think
thinking
that
that
would
you
be-
should wear it constantly.
Even with the stain?
Is that the one the gal at your work gave you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wear it constantly.
I almost wore it to the draft show.
That's what we did. We had the draft show, and then I had a show in Centerville, Illinois last night.
Oh, yeah? How was that? What show was that last night? Was that the...
Me?
That was the show with
Ricky
Mr.
Royal,
Rich. Rich one.
Ones, who also goes by the name of Finna Be Rich. I think he just goes by Rich Ones now.
How was the show? Who was on it?
Me, some guy named Matt, who's new into comedy, and Ricky Royal, who is so goddamn funny.
Hysterical.
And good time. Long drive.
How long was it?
Hour and 15 minutes.
Ooh, that is a bit too long. Did you get paid that big money?
Got paid that big, big money, baby. Also got a free Pepsi. Woo. Got me a free Pepsi, baby.
Did you headline the show?
No. He asked me to, and I refused.
It's insane to me. I think it's just the nomenclature that bothers you because I've seen you do 30
Not
minutes.
interested. Not interested in being a headliner right now.
You're just interested in fucking
I'm a feature performer. I'm a supporting act.
supporting act. There
Not a
she is.
leader. I'm a follower.
Yep.
That's some spots I can be a leader in a situation. Not right now in comedy.
Mm-hmm. You're
Nomenclature.
you're being a pretty big fucking leader in your athletic endeavors.
I'm a follower there too.
Yeah, I guess so. Brandon's the fucking leader.
He's the leader. Man, he's been, I wouldn't say he was grumpy the last couple of days. I can tell he's worn down and tired. He's pretty busy. He did less bits.
Oh, really? He was
And-
very business.
It was very business. And
When somebody wrote help on the window.
he shook his head and said, "Who did that?" And
Well,
I
it's-
was laughing so hard I was literally crying.
He probably didn't even laugh. He was probably like, who fucking did this?
He's like, "Who has to get the Windex out?"
Which one of you did this?
Were we recording when we were talking about that?
No.
There was a lot of people working out. There were two groups in succession, so the windows were fogged up because it was cold out and we were getting hot and heavy.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Getting freaking sweaty.
And a gal named Elle wrote "help" backwards in the window, so that the people on the outside, all they could see was a fogged up window and a giant "help," and some panting, morbidly obese people inside of a gym, with one guy walking around saying 5, 4, 3. Man, he worked us to the bone. But he's so good about, you got it. 5 more seconds. You can do this. Stronger than you think you are. You got it.
That's exactly. I feel like that's the benefit of doing group workouts.
Yes.
Somebody's just there to fucking push your ass.
Walk
you know?
around, not let you slack for a few seconds.
Yeah.
We have these new medicine balls, and one of the stations was to do a box squat and take the medicine ball and hold it up.
Yeah.
So it goes like 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 increments. He goes,
Oh, like time? 10 seconds?
no, the weights of the ball.
Oh, okay.
So he's explaining it, and he goes, "Let me help you guys out." And he takes the 10 and the 15 and throws them across the fucking room. We don't need those. And just stands there. And I was laughing hysterically.
Damn.
I was like, "Okay, bros."
Damn. My trainer the other day, I just can't get over those assault fitness machines.
Oh my God.
It's literally called the new machines are called Assault Fitness. And I walk in at 6:15 a.m. the other day and look at that and I just fucking start laughing. And I was like, Assault Fitness workout's so good you'll feel like you got sexually assaulted.
What the?
It is insane.
Oh, thanks, Randy.
They're just trying. That's the thing, the air
that
runner.
air bike is we have one of those, but it's not salt.
Yeah, so they have that air runner, and the treadmill is literally if you go to the middle, you don't set any speed on it, on that air runner. If you go to the middle of the treadmill, it will go faster. And there's no fucking, you don't get to be like, oh, I'd like to move it up. See where she is? She's running fast.
I'm sorry, but that lady's photoshopped on there.
Oh, for sure.
Why couldn't they just put a real person on there?
Because it's Assault Fitness.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Assault Fitness.
Dude, that thing is no fucking joke. Yeah, but my trainer the other day, I went for a heavier weight. He goes, oh, you're going for the 18-pound? And I was like, yes. Get off my back.
The 18-pound barbells?
It was an 18-pound kettlebell.
Wow.
It was 18 pounds for leg lunges.
Oh, no. I'm up to 25 now on the kettlebells.
I do 25 for kettlebell swings. Kettlebell swings are no joke.
I can't get over the fact that 25-pound kettlebell is heavy as fuck, but I'm carrying thrice that around every day on my body of extra weight. And I could barely lift that thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking hard. It's very difficult to lift them up. I'm like, ugh. I mean, we saw how difficult it was for you to lift that little 6-pound kettlebell. You let out. Oh, it was a 5-pound kettlebell. Yeah. And you let out a big little toot at the end.
I guess we're going to call this Fitness Corner. We're talking about fitness. It's Fitness Corner.
It's the Fitness Corner.
I'd also like to state that no one's under any obligation to do any kind of fitness or do anything with their body.
No. You do whatever the fuck you want.
If you want to put a dumbbell up your pussy hole and call it Katarina, do it.
For sure. And what I would recommend, if you do plan on putting a dumbbell up your pussy hole, don't go for a 15 because you're going to break your pussy.
I'm thinking like a 7.5.
I'm thinking a 3. One of those little dinky ones that's neon colored that you see in Zumba classes. That's what I'm thinking. Can't be too heavy. No, nobody's under any fucking obligation. But I work out because it helps my brain. Because as I said earlier, I am pretty much constantly depressed and anxious. And it helps my brain. It makes me feel better.
I work out because on days like yesterday, I went straight to the grocery store and went shopping, and it was a breeze. Past couple months, I've had to pick up my groceries from Walmart because I couldn't walk in the store. It hurt too bad.
You walked in and fucking tore it up?
I got all my groceries and left.
Damn, bitch.
Killing it.
That's fucking dope.
Because I had
Where'd you go?
Aldi.
Nice.
I had so many endorphins in my body, I felt nothing.
You were fucking riding high.
I'm like, anybody want me to shop for them? I'll do it.
They're bagging your stuff up. You're like, don't fucking touch that. I got this.
Why are you bagging my stuff? It's Aldi.
They're fucking, you're back there fucking, excuse me, I'll take your spot, Mr. fucking lazy. Sit in your fucking chair and check out my groceries.
Those people are fat. I panicked.
They're very fast.
I panicked because I put all my groceries up there, was ready, had my cart, was getting ready to swing it around, and I was like, I forgot to grab 2 bags. And I had to push my cart back, and by the time I got those 2 bags, she was done. Going, deet, 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 deet.
They're quick.
She said, I said, I'm sorry. And she said, you're fine. Then I went and did my grocery, packed them up, and I heard the lady behind me telling her sorry about something, too. I think people are just constantly apologizing to the Aldi checker because we can't keep up with them.
They're fucking on top of it.
You're trying to find your debit card, and they've already rung out the next 3 people.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to find your debit card, and they're like, clean up on whatever this aisle. I dropped a fucking case of pasta sauce one time in the line, and I just looked at them with regret and sorrow in my eyes, and I apologized profusely, and they were like, don't worry about it. Check me out. Boom. Look over to the left. It's all cleaned up.
And they've already stacked an entire aisle of treats.
Yeah.
Name brand and non-name brand.
I reached down to fucking grab some sodas up from the bottom of my cart, and then I look up, and this gal had her hair done up like she was getting ready to go to prom. I was like, what? Your hair was just in a ponytail. What's going on here?
Like, what's going on? Jesus Christ.
They're quick little boogers.
They don't fuck around at the Aldi.
I fucking love Aldi. I went to Trader Joe's the other day, got some groceries there, and then I went to Walmart. Because as I told you, it's very upsetting that I'm going to Walmart now. But I just had that realization where I was like, I'm poor. I don't have an option. And I'm doing it. And one day when I don't have to do this, I won't.
What about Costco? You not been going to Costco?
Well, I do, but it's like I go like once a month.
Oh, okay.
Because it's such a long drive.
It is a long drive. There's no Costco close anywhere around here.
It's just too long of a drive. You know, I wake up in the morning. I want to get my programs watched. I want to do my stuff. And then, you know, sometimes I think I want to go there, but there's just no way because it's just, I mean, we're talking 26 minutes to drive.
26 minutes to drive. Then you got to they got those giant carts. You got to go get a big old cart, you know.
And if there's traffic, tack on another 14 minutes. We're talking 40 minutes to drive, and it's just too far. So, yeah, I do what's close, and I'm shopping at Walmart. Not proud of it.
Maybe you go to Sam's.
I ain't going to fucking Sam's.
If you go to Sam's, I'll fucking tell Costco.
I ain't fucking abandoning Costco like that. I'm already going to Walmart, and Sam's is part of Walmart, and I don't feel good about going to Walmart, okay? It already hurts my heart. I was inside Walmart the other day shopping, and I had this overwhelming sense of, like, just anguish and anxiety come over me. I was looking at all of, like, the plastic that we waste and we use, and I literally started having like a full-blown fucking meltdown in Walmart because I try to bring my bags everywhere, and I've started not using bags for produce because I'm just like, I just throw it away. So I just put my fucking asparagus or put my broccoli in the fucking cart on its own. And I watched somebody give me a dirty look for that, and I wanted to bitch slap them and be like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm going to wash this right when I get home. So yeah, it's in a dirty, stinky cart right now, where little kids had their paws all over it.
And their butts, too.
And their butts, and they were farting on the cart. They farted. They let a little fart out.
Wait, I always put my produce right in there in the fart section, too. I didn't even think about that. Little kids have their dirty diaper butts there. Ew.
Guess what? I can't handle it anymore. Trader Joe's started not selling. The bags that they have there for produce are compostable.
Oh.
Very cool. Got very excited about that. And yeah, so I had a moment where I was like, this is so upsetting.
Why did they need to go in a bag anyway?
What?
Produce.
Because we're just so wasteful. And people think, oh, I need to put I put my green peppers into a bag. People don't just put their shit in the cart because they're like, oh, it's going to get dirty. And, it's just,
that's what I like about Aldi.
Wasteful.
They just have like shit sitting out, like their cucumbers. I just grab them.
Well, they have bags there too.
I don't generally grab them.
That's good.
I never can find them anyway.
It's good. You don't need to be freaking grabbing them.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know if Randy was giving us a light or if he was texting someone.
He's texting his girlfriend.
Pictures of his ding dong.
Okay, so
he's getting ready to lift up the microphone.
Back to what we were talking about earlier. Joe Rogan makes $75,000 per episode? Jesus Christ.
I don't even make that in 1 year.
Me neither. To put that into perspective,
$3,900,000
a year.
Yup.
Just on the podcast.
Yup. According to that.
Wow.
I would just assume half of that is taxes, and that's still a lot of money.
You think half of it's taxes?
I don't know. What's
probably
it
1
50
million
or 60? Taxes about half, isn't it? Getting an ocular headache.
What's an ocular headache? In your eyeball?
Yeah.
Oh. Holy crap. This gal I work with has had flu-like symptoms for 2 weeks, has not gotten any better, went to the doctor, got antibiotics, got all this medicine, blah, blah, blah. She's still not getting any better, and she is fucking struggling. And her husband has fucking headaches, and they're both just not doing well.
Carbon monoxide?
Yes. she sends a fucking picture to her brother-in-law of something in their basement because they were getting ready to put a dehumidifier in. And he's like, hey, send me a picture of this part near your furnace or whatever the fuck. She sends him a picture and he goes, what's up with your ductwork? It's very rusted out. And then he comes over and they have fucking carbon monoxide leak.
How are they even alive?
Well, he's like, the thing that was saving them was their dryer ventilation. And they keep their dogs down there in the basement,
oh my
too.
God.
So she's like, our dogs have been vomiting for 2 weeks straight. And we were like, I don't know. I guess that's something in their food. Yeah. Isn't that insane?
She should have called me. As soon as you said it, I knew it was carbon monoxide.
Yep.
Holy shit. I'm always scared of that stuff.
Do you have a detector?
I don't have gas.
Oh. At all?
Mm-mm. Got rid of it.
So your heater is electric?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Stove, dryer, everything's electric. I hate gas.
Mm-hmm.
Gas companies caused me nothing but heartache in the past. You know how many times the gas companies come off and shut off our heat and it'd be freezing? It's like, come on, man. Well, isn't there a cold weather rule or something?
Jesus. Yeah, there is. But they
turned it off before it went into effect.
When you were a kid or?
When I was a kid and adult.
Just like for not paying the bill?
Mm-hmm. Because it's so expensive. When you're poor and the bill is expensive, you just can't ever get caught up.
I mean, it can be $200 a month. That's a lot of money.
Or more, you know?
Yeah, if you got a big-ass bitchin' house.
And if you're trying to, juggle bills. I was thinking the other day, because you can pay everything online now. It's so nice. We used to have to, get cash, go up to a center, which was usually like a payday loan place, pay it, and you had to pay a fee. And I'm like, God damn, this is some fucking poor people bullshit. They're always trying to keep poor people down.
Yep. I used to have to go to the grocery store and pay there. Stand in line, wait to pay.
Then you'd have to call them and be like, I just made a payment.
And let them know.
So they won't turn your shit off.
Yeah.
God.
Ugh. I had a gas leak in my house one time.
Where you live now?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yep. I had a headache for 3 weeks straight, and I never, ever have headaches. And I was like, what is going on? This is wild. Like, I don't know. I was like, I've never been... Anytime people would be like, I get headaches all the time, I would kind of be like, you're a pussy. But once I finally got him, I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, I would wake up with one.
Was Simba getting sick too?
No, he wasn't.
He's just like,
it was just me. Yeah, Simba was just derping around. Just fucking.
Something wrong, Mom?
Simba is such a funny dog because he'll run from inside, from outside. Say he'll be very calm and tired before, and I'll be like, hey, do you want to go outside? And he's like, yeah. And then he runs down the stairs so quick that I'm sure he's going to tear his ACL one day. And he'll go outside, and then he runs back into the house so quick again. And then he gets fucking hyped up when he's back in the house. And he, does a cool few spin moves and, grabs his tail. And then he'll, run at me and lunge. And then he'll run around and, maybe jump on the couch, even though he knows he's not supposed to. He's fucking hyped up.
It's like, thanks for letting me go outside, Mom. Thanks.
Fucking fun times. But yeah, the fucking gas leak that one time, they came and it was small, but it was enough to affect me. And they had to, I don't know what they do, patch it up or fucking, release the gas's anal glands. I'm not sure what they do.
They said
they press the anal gland of the gas meter.
Like, ma'am, there is no gas leak, but we can smell a lot of farts in here. Maybe that's what it is. Can we check your anus?
Well, I'm so glad my house doesn't smell like shit anymore from all that sewage. I'm living the high life. I have a fancy couch I got for $300 on Facebook Marketplace from
check your privilege.
Questionable gal.
Wow. She was questionable?
Well, she was just ridiculous. She was wearing the same exact shirt 2 days in a row, which to me is funny because I've done that before. And listen, when you're hanging at home, I do the same thing. But she told me the same bit 2 days in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was when I was kind of
She's having some Groundhog Day stuff going on.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe
I got my shirt. I'm not short. I'm fun size.
Oh, my God. That's a classic, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very, very intelligent shirt.
Somebody told me a joke last night, an older gentleman. He said, what's the difference between a stopwatch and... No. Already messed it up. What's the difference between a peeping Tom and a pickpocketer? A peeping Tom just snatches watches. Did I say peeping Tom? I didn't mean to.
A pickpocketer just snatches watches.
A pickpocketer just snatches watches.
And a peeping Tom snatching your pussy.
A peeping Tom snatches.
Ah.
And I was like, cool. I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I caught the end of that Between Two Ferns movie, the Zach Galifianakis movie. It's kind of like a mockumentary of this guy who's like a terrible interviewer. And in the movie, Zach Galifianakis is interviewing, he's interviewing like Paul Rudd, David Letterman. Like they are actually starring in this movie. Mm-hmm. And Matthew McConaughey at one point. And all he does is like insult the celebrities. So he said to Paul Rudd at one point during the movie, he goes, so do you have any advice for other Jewish actors that want to hide their Jewishness? And like he's just fucking roasting these people constantly. And he says to one guy that I can't remember who it was. He has an accent. He played Doctor Who or Doctor Strange. I don't know which one.
Two very different.
They are
people.
But he had an accent, and Zach Galifianakis says to him, he goes, so what's it like having an accent that hides how bad of an actor you are?
Oh, shit.
He's just roasting all these fucking people. And at the very end, they had like outtakes of like bits they were doing with like, and these are all like A-list celebrities that he had in the movie just for all these bits. And he's talking to Paul Rudd, and he's like, Paul Rudd says to him, he's like, all right, I got a joke for you. He's like, so a Jewish man walks into a brick wall with a really hard erection. What does he break? And he's like, his nose.
Wait, what?
Because his nose is so big because he's Jewish. And even though he's hard as fuck, his nose is bigger.
That's terrible. I can't laugh at that.
A Jewish person told the joke, so it was very funny.
Now, is it scripted?
Yes.
Okay, so they're
feature film.
They know they're not getting roasted.
No, yeah. No, this is like a movie that everyone's doing. I'm sure there was some improvising done when he had all of these people on or whatever.
Okay.
But it was ridiculous.
I have never seen that film.
Well, it just came out.
It did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it came out on Netflix. So the premise is Zach Galifianakis hits the road to do celebrity interviews to restore his reputation. So
what ruined his reputation?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch the whole thing. I walked in while Rafe was watching the back end of it.
Did you say back end?
Yeah. Like
bounce that ass.
Chrissy Teigen was in it, Keanu Reeves, Paul F. Tompkins, Matthew McConaughey, like all these crazy famous fucking people were in it. And it was so ridiculous. And the roasts he was getting off on these people were phenomenal.
Man,
they were good. Loved it. And Adam Scott, the guy that was in Big Little Lies on HBO, was in Step Brothers and stuff. He says to him,
I love that guy.
Zach Galifianakis was like, do you hear that? That's the sound of nobody talking about your performance in Big Little Lies. Which is like a very intense drama on HBO. I know you don't watch TV, so I have to explain all of this to you.
Thank you for... It's pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
What?
Marcy just sent me a picture and said, you ever pull your stove out and it's just a mess under there?
Oh yeah. There was a dead mouse under mine one time.
A dead mouse.
Oh yeah, that is upsetting. Been there, sister.
Been there, done that.
I get scared to pull my stove out because I know there's going to be mouse poops behind it. We've killed a couple mice, and I've cried.
Oh, poor little guys and gals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have mice around us. We have actual rats.
Oh, really?
In my neighborhood, yeah. They're big.
Do they bite?
I don't know. I've never actually seen one in my home. I know
Nice.
they live outside and around all of our homes.
I see the little mice, and even when they're running around in the house, I'm like, that's fine.
They're so cute.
They're adorable. They're tiny little babies.
And they got
And they have their
ears.
tiny little tail and their little eyes, and they're
just
running
like,
around.
I want to get some cheese.
Yeah. And then when they get murdered in my home, I get very upset.
And you sing, it's the circle of life.
Ow. I
I
hold the little dead mouse up in my kitchen.
And Simba's like, give me that.
Simba's like, go on, give it to me.
And Royce carries it around.
Yeah, Royce brings it to you for days. That's what he does.
Good old Royce. Well,
Good old Royce.
let's wrap it up because I have an ocular headache, and also it's time.
It is time. Get your fucking ocular headache having
Randy
ass out of here.
said 5 words the whole time. And now he's going to say, I only spoke when I'm spoken to.
Got him.
Got him. People love when you laugh on the podcast, Randy.
I'm what I would prefer to call well-trained.
Oh,
Oh, God, there's a regular at my bar that says, you're trainable, aren't you?
it's not Donald. And even if it was, at this point, I'll let Donald say anything to me. Because nobody tells Donald that he has to pay $5,000 right now, and they'll forget
and
about it.
also, what a shitty thing to say to somebody. Like, you have insurance for a reason. Just deal with it with your insurance company. It's done. Move the fuck on. Yeah, someone hit your car. It's very upsetting. Guess what? Someone hit and ran my car right outside of my house right before Christmas last year. You know what I did? I went inside and I fucked.
That got you horny?
Yeah, all the crime. The lady hitting and running my car.
The suspect is a towel.
The suspect is a towel. Hey, thanks for listening to Slop City Podcast. We love you guys.
Wait.
What?
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. And welcome.
It's me. Yeah. What do we? You know what? We do have a show coming up in Kansas City in January. We should plug that. I know it's at the end. We should have done it at the beginning.
Ow.
But we're doing a show. Libby and I are doing a show in Kansas City. I think on January 4th at the Rhino Room.
The day after my birthday.
Yep. Day after her birthday. It's going to be a real celebration. And who knows? Maybe we're going to spend the night out there and stay at Merritt's house. We don't know.
And maybe I'll have a birthday cake.
And we're going to have a birthday cake. It's going to be lit. Come out. I think tickets are on sale.
Somewhere.
Yeah, they're on sale somewhere. So the Rhino Room, Kansas City, January 4th, we'll be there. And then Libby is going on the road with, who are you going on the road with?
Chelsea Lynn.
Uh-huh.
OD.
Uh-huh. Officer Daniels.
Vinny Montez.
Okay.
Only show that's 3 shows sold out. We have another show opened up in Plano, Texas. And it's halfway sold out.
Plano, Texas, motherfuckers. Get on it. You can find that on Plano, Texas's website, the city's website.
Hyenas.
It's at Hyenas?
Hyenas.
Okay, yeah. So get tickets to that. Libby will be at Hyenas Comedy Club in Plano, Texas. And from what I hear, that's a pretty baller club.
That's what I hear, too.
Yeah. For those of you that got tickets to see them, awesome. For
I'll
those
put
of you
the
that
links
didn't,
on the
go fuck yourself.
on the Facebook, or not Facebook, Instagram of the Kansas City show.
Mm-hmm.
Is the other one confirmed?
Which one?
Sedalia?
No, not yet.
Okay, scratch that. Bloop, we rhyme.
No, when is that? February? Is that what I said?
I think so.
I don't know. We'll give details on that later. But yeah, come out and see us. We're doing stuff, and we're getting physical. We're getting sensual. We're gonna explore each other's bodies.
Yes.
So.
Oh, ow, oh. And cut.
Love y'all.
Give me one more big one. Yeah. Oh, no, not Lyle's. Yes. I just had the one.
I just had the one, guys.